What's going on, guys?
Welcome back to another video, and today we're going over our TEMU haul. Believe it or not, guys, TEMU actually reached out to us, and because I'm a frequent flyer and have purchased tons of things from them, I already knew that this was going to be a fantastic collaboration. So obviously today's video is sponsored by TEMU, but hold on, before you click out, look at everything that you can purchase from TEMU, and there's still so much more. If you guys are looking to stock your garage, your vehicles, your home, and everything in your life, make sure you continue watching this video and stay tuned for a huge discount for our subscribers. So today's video is comprised of 4 different categories of products. We have home decor, apparel,
vehicle accessories, and shop/garage supplies.
So let's start with basically everyone's favorite, which is shop/garage supplies. So as you guys know, we've been building our JKU for approximately a month and a half, and we hope to debut it at EJS. We have a couple things to button up, but with the help of TEMU, we've been able to take care of a lot of bits and odds as far as the project goes. So let's get into it and let's see what we ordered and what it's used for. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't, it's very important to wear PPE when you're working on your vehicle or really doing anything with power tools. So we did order some pair of gloves. They are disposable, but they are gonna last a little more than your normal latex gloves. And so these are considered work gloves, and they have the PU like vinyl coating on them, and they're heavy duty. So we ordered an extra large/large for Marlon. So let's see.
Yep, they fit perfect.
Fits like a glove.
Yep.
Awesome. So this pair is actually 24 gloves or 12 pairs in total. And guys, we're going to be including all the pricing on the bottom of the screen. So if you're curious as to what these cost, make sure that you check that out. I think you guys are going to know what's the next item. This is, I think, honestly, you can never have too many. This is actually a pack of 50, and I promise they're not going to last 6 months. So we do go through a lot of them. They get lost. We give them away. We keep them in the truck, in all the vehicles. So they come in handy definitely for anything mechanic, but also just normal day-to-day spills. So these are non-edge microfibers, guys, and I think they're a great size. I've seen bigger ones. I've seen smaller ones, but all you need is for it to cover your hands. And then basically multi-purpose, you can clean, shine, buff, do everything. So 50 of these, you can never have too many.
And one thing that I really like is that it doesn't have a tag. So you know that some people complain that the tag is scratching your vehicle. This one doesn't have a tag.
Guys, don't forget to download the TEMU app using our code below for a $100 coupon bundle. This is a normal women's hand, but yeah. Perfect size. So if you guys don't have one of these, what are you waiting for? This has definitely saved us a time or two. This is an OBD2 scan tool. So you know those pesky check engine codes. Now you don't have to go to an auto parts store. You can just go directly. You can go home or keep it in your vehicle with you, and you can read your codes, clear your codes, and you can just basically figure out what's going on with your vehicle, any vehicle, and hopefully get it fixed. So if you've been out on the trail and you're having electrical problems, you understand how one tiny little fuse can completely derail a trail day or just your day in general. So we have, and I didn't even realize that we didn't even have any at home, but it's so important, guys, to keep a couple of your normal, depending on your vehicle, keep them in your vehicle, things that are likely to blow. But fuses, guys. So we have sizes from 2A all the way to 35A. So it has the older style as well as the newer style. And this kit includes like a tweezer-like apparatus to help you, pinch them out, no problem. So let's take a look closer. And just to reiterate, guys, when I say 2A, it's 2 amps, and 35A is 35 amps. So all the way from 2 amps to 35 amps.
Yep. And they are marked there.
And then this is the little tweezer guy that I was talking about. So this helps you just clamp on either way, depending on the size. And then you're good to go. And so that fuse kit brings 272 total fuses. So good to know, guys. I think it's gonna last you for a while.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's good to have.
And while we're talking about electrical, you definitely cannot miss out on these guys. If you're doing any sort of wiring or LED lights or speakers, you're definitely gonna probably need one of each. So let's go into detail. What are they? What do they do? And when would you use it? So first up, we have the solder ring heat shrink terminals. If you're doing any type of electrical work, like I mentioned before, you're actually gonna need to use a heat gun. So this metal part will basically lock everything in and melt, and then the ends will make it waterproof as well. So this is definitely important. This is the right way to do it. And then you have your shrink wrap here, and then you're good to go. But so different size terminals or different size connectors, I should say, for different gauges that you might be connecting. No more and no less than 1,520 pieces of premium steel wire connector kits. So these guys are very handy when you need to make like a grounding connection. So these are, you would need to crimp so you don't use heat, which brings us along to our next item that you can get from TEMU, which I had no idea. And so this is a crimping press. So it's gonna have different sizes in there for you. And so basically highly recommend getting both because you can't use this without this. Continuing on, we have quick cable connectors, and they're the snap lock wire terminals, and so they crimp. So actually, I didn't really even know what these are for. Marlon just ran me through it, but basically if you have an existing cable wire, let's say rock lights, and you want to add more rock lights and you don't want to cut the existing wire, this is what you would use it for. So imagine my fingers, the cable, the existing cable, you would put it in here, you would snap it, your new wire would be run through here, and then you run this through, and then you crimp that, and then you have your new connection. So no wire cutting necessarily or soldering onto it and making a sketchy connection. This will be just as good. And so this crimper actually comes with this quick disconnect kit. So what I mean, guys, if you have a light bar on your Jeep windshield and you want to remove your windshield often, but the light bar is hardwired into, your power, these are actually, you can set it up so that they're quick disconnects. So you can disconnect your light bar easily, take off your windshield, and then connect it again. And you don't have to mess with the wire or, not take your windshield off at all. So I've actually seen someone at Wolf Caves in Texas do this. They remove their windshield before running a really hard obstacle that's known to destroy windshields, but unfortunately they did not have a quick disconnect for their light bar, so they actually ended up cutting the light bar cable, and that was a mess, and I think still to this day they have not wired it back up. And guys, obviously the light bar example is just that, an example. You can do this to anything with electrical, right? So I wouldn't even know what else, but light bar is the first thing that comes to mind, but anything electrical, basically let your mind go wild. There you go. If you've ever messed with the interior or even the exterior of a Jeep, you understand that they have so many different clips and fasteners, different sizes. So this automotive trim body kit is actually fantastic to have. So this is what's included. All sorts of clips and then different tools to remove them. This is probably my favorite one. It also brings these zip tie looking guys, which basically they work for if you want to run any type of wire, but this goes inside a hole. So I have them in my cage if I want to run like stereo wire or even like to my pods. This keeps everything really neat. So I really like those. Those are actually, I recently found out that those are extremely awesome. So basically, yeah, guys, if you guys have ever messed with your grill in the Jeep or really any vehicle, you know that these are a pain to take out if you don't have the proper tools, or if you lose them, it's really like one of those really weird things to go into a store and get, and you don't obviously want this rattling when you're driving 80 miles down the road. So I really like this little snackle box setup because each individual compartment has its own opening. So you don't have to like open the entire thing up. You just kind of look at which clip you need. It brings you a diagram of what it includes. And obviously I said before, 680 pieces. This is gonna last you a while. Next up, which is something that you should have in every garage, and this is universal for any vehicle, is going to be a 2-piece iron wheel alignment set. And we actually just recently used this to align our JKU and put it on the trailer and bring it here. Obviously, when you're mounting tires and wheels and all that, you should definitely take it to a professional alignment shop. But if it's just a trail rig and you need it to be close enough and not perfect, this is the way to go, guys. So right here, these two holes you're gonna put in, so the wheel hub bolts are you're gonna slide this on there, and then you take measurements from here, and there's a whole process to it. So if you guys want, we can do a different video just talking about this and how to do it. And clearly we could not wait until the video was released in order to start using this. So this is a do-it-yourself wall-mounted storage bin system. And so you can basically choose how you want it, but Marlon went ahead and put in Sharpie what's in each. But guys, we're actually gonna need probably 2 or 3 more. So these are super cool, keep everything organized. And we definitely need like 4 more. So you basically just choose what you want. So washers, bolts, I mean, literally anything can go in here. So it's very universal, very custom to what you need and what you use in your garage.
Category number 2, vehicle accessories.
So we went over such a tiny portion of what TEMU has to offer as far as shop supplies and garage supplies. So let's go into a little tiny bit of the things that I chose as far as vehicle accessories. So 3 things that I felt like were pretty important and really universal for a lot of Jeep owners. As silly as it may sound, this can save your life. We have unfortunately heard of several people, not just in the Jeep community, but at large, that were unable to get out of the vehicle in the event of a vehicle accident involving water or just really anything in general, but their seatbelt was stuck, guys. So we got a window breaker, and this is obviously from TEMU, and so I'll show you close up what it looks like and the different features. And quite honestly, if you are driving your vehicle, your tow rig, your RV, even your Jeep on the road, guys, if you have windows and quite frankly a seatbelt, which everyone should be wearing, everyone should have one of these in their glove box because it can save your life. So it's a 2-in-1, guys, because it does have the seatbelt cutter as well as the hammer and just the blunt end, right? So if you need help getting out of your seatbelt, this will cut through it. It might not do it in one swift jab, but it definitely is a blade. So persistence is key. And then as far as this, I don't want to test it out on any of the windows because all our windows are good, but you can hammer it out. So you can go ahead and hit this first, crack the glass, and then hammer it out. So guys, like I said, this is relatively inexpensive, less than $2, and it could very well save your life. God forbid you need it. So this is pretty boring, and by boring, I mean it's just a regular black Jeep key. So even though Marlon's the one that drives the JL and it's his JL, I thought that we could spruce it up a little bit. Guys, this makes an awesome stocking stuffer for the holidays or just a gift for anyone that you know that has a JL and a JT, this style key. And it takes 2 seconds to put on, but basically it comes like this, and it's just a key fob cover. Carbon fiber imitation, which is pretty cool. Guys, at heart, you know, I'm a mall crawler. Ta-da! And then it still has for your key ring, so if you hang anything off of it, still fully functional. Pretty cool. Super inexpensive and just adds some pizzazz. In case you were wondering, yes, TEMU does have windshield wipers. So we ordered these, I believe, for our XJ. And so they're supposed to be universal, but definitely check the fit and make sure that it does work for your vehicle. So let's take a look. So they come incredibly well packaged and a pair. So you don't have to worry about it just being only one. They come in a pair, relatively inexpensive, and you're good to go. So these will be going on our XJ, and we are good. We're ready for the rain. Moving right along, category 3, home decor. If you're looking to outfit your garage, a man cave, your bedroom, your house in general, TEMU's got it. So let's see, we chose 2 things from their home decor / man cave decorations. And I think that I know exactly where both of these are gonna go. So this is actually made out of iron and it's a Jeep silhouette. Jeep silhouette. So this is actually gonna go in our spare bedroom, which we might show you a sneak peek of, but we have it completely like Jeep memorabilia everywhere on the wall. So Jeep pictures, different tokens that we've had from our travels across the United States, different off-road parks. I do try to get a little something from each park. So this is gonna go in there. Next home decor is actually something that I got for Marlon's birthday. So it has been a little bit, and I'm sorry, babe, it came a little after your birthday, but it's never too late to give a present, right, guys? So this is going to go in the garage. It's an LED sign. So they send everything that you need to mount it. Well, check this out. And again, everything is really well packaged, bubble wrap. Everything is as it should be. Directions. But look how cute.
Oh wow, I like it.
Let's plug it in. Moment of truth. Let there be lights. Okay, guys, so if you have kids or if you're just a big kid yourself like we are, this is fantastic. So you see it completely lights up. It also has a dimmer, so you make it less, and then you can make it brighter. So honestly, this is a fantastic gift. I'm gonna buy their other kinds. There are other kinds, other models. This is just the garage one, so you guys let me know. Would you put this in your garage? Category number 4, apparel. So if you thought you had seen it all, you're wrong. We have apparel, guys. So this makes fantastic gifts, or if you're just looking for clothes that are generally inexpensive that you can wear anywhere with a Jeep theme, look no further. TEMU's got you. So I did actually, this is another gift that I got Marlon. So we got different Jeep hoodies. And guys, they're size inclusive, so they do have bigger sizes as well as smaller sizes. So we have this black hoodie. And this one I got for myself. I don't actually have a lot of this color in my wardrobe, but here. And then this is what I'm really looking forward to. So this is a Jeep blanket, which I think is also gonna go in the guest bedroom. Do I have it right side up? It's incredibly soft, like that like fleece-like material. I'm gonna have to stand in front of the table to show you guys.
Oh wow,
It's
big.
basically as tall as me, and I'm 5'3". This is
Beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Well, guys, there you have it. Just a quick video on 4 different categories that TEMU has as far as Jeep apparel, accessories, shop supplies, and vehicle modifications. Guys, like always, if you enjoyed the video, big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you download the TEMU app using our code for a bunch of extra goodies and coupons. You've seen the code throughout the video. If you have any questions, check out the description below. Let me know what you'd get from TEMU. Have you used the app? Are you going to use it now? And what's your first purchase?